So now in question number 4, page number is same, 46. So what is question number 4? In question number 4, basically it's a theoretical question, and in that question what is asked, that charge on a body, the charge on a body is quantized or not. Means in this question what is asked, quantization of charge is asked. That means whenever you charge a body, how can you charge a body? We have different methods to charge a body. We can use friction, we can use conduction, and we can use induction. These three methods we use to charge a body. So these methods will bring charge on both the bodies that we are charging. One of the body will lose electron and one of the body will gain electron. So the charge that is collected on a body, what would be the nature of this charge? This nature of charge would be positive or negative on both the bodies, as well as this charge that is collected on both the bodies would be quantized. That means the whatever charge is collected on the bodies would be the integral multiple of charge of electron. That means suppose from a body like glass rod or silk, if you rub both the bodies and electrons are transferred from glass rod to silk, then suppose 10 electrons are transferred from glass rod to silk, then the glass rod will acquire positive charge. How much positive charge? The charge of 10 electrons. Means that glass rod would become positively charged because the glass rod has lost 10 electron or loses 10 electrons. So glass rod will acquire the plus 10 electron charge. And the silk cloth will also have the charge of 10 electron. But on silk cloth, because electrons are collected on the silk cloth, so the silk cloth will get the charge of 10 electron, but that charge, the charge that is collected on the silk cloth would be negative. This way we can justify that whenever you charge any two bodies, so one of the body will get positively charged, one of the body will get negatively charged, but both the bodies will have quantized charge. Means the charge on both the bodies would be the integral multiple of charge of electron. So this is the theoretical, this was the theoretical question. Question number 5 is also a theoretical question, and in that theoretical question they are asking about the conservation of charge. What is conservation of charge? This you can understand by a very simple example. Like whenever you charge both the bodies, what two bodies? Like one body is glass rod and another body is silk cloth. So when you will charge glass rod and silk by rubbing, glass rod is losing electron, so glass rod acquires positive charge and silk cloth acquires negative charge because silk cloth is accepting the electron. But just one thing you have to remember, the charge is produced, the charge is transferred. Both the bodies had net zero charge. But when you will rub both the bodies, so glass rod is losing electron, and because of the loss of the electron from glass rod, some of the glass rod is becoming positively charged. So when the glass rod becomes positively charged, means some of the charge is transferring from the glass rod to the silk. So charge is not produced, the charge is simply transferred from glass rod to the silk cloth. So this is somewhat similar to the conservation of charge. How? Like in previous classes we have studied about the conservation of energy. So what is happening here, when you take glass rod and silk, when you rub glass rod and silk, the electrons are transferred from glass rod. So the charge is not produced, charge is simply transferred from glass rod to the silk. So here we can justify this way, the charge is neither produced nor destroyed, it can only be transferred from one body to the another body. So question number 4 and question number 5 were theoretical questions. Now I am starting with question number 6. Now I am starting with question number 6, page number 46. In that question, what is given? 4 point charges 2 microcoulomb, minus 5 microcoulomb, 2 microcoulomb and minus 5 microcoulomb are located at the corners of a square of side 10 centimeter. So first of all we draw a square. In that square there are 4 corners, A, B, C and D. Yes. And in that square what charge is placed at point A? Plus 5 or plus 2? This point A is having 2 microcoulomb charge. This B is having minus 5 microcoulomb. This point C is having 2 microcoulomb and this point D is having again minus 5 microcoulomb charge. And what is the side of the square? What is the side of the square?
10 centimeter.
Okay, this is provided 10 centimeter. Now in that question what is asked? That at the center of the square there is a charge, or you can say test charge Q0 is placed. And what is the value of this charge? 1 or 2? 1 microcoulomb charge is placed. So what do you have to calculate? We have to find out the net force acting on this charge. Net force means the force by this charge, this charge, this charge and this charge. So to calculate the net force, what we should know? We'll use Coulomb's law, and we should know the We should know the gap between these 2 points. These 2 points means ultimately we should know the gap between point D2O, C2O, BO and AO. So ultimately what we can do, we will find out the length of the diagonal. What is the side of the square? Side of the square is given 10 centimeter. So what is the side of diagonal or length of diagonal? What is length of diagonal? This is side root 2, so this would become 10 root 2. This would be 10 root 2 means what is diagonal? Diagonals are BD is the diagonal and AC is the diagonal. So this is 10 root 2 centimeter. Now what we want? OD, OC and this. So here we can write. Therefore what would be OD? OA, OB, OC and OD. These all would be half of the diagonal, means 10 root 2 divided by 2, and this would become what? 5 root 2 centimeter. This is 5 root 2 centimeter. Now to find out the force on the test charge placed at the midpoint of the square, what we should know? The direction and the magnitude of the force, because here we have to find out the direction and magnitude of the force acting on by these 4 charges. So we start from here. If force acting on charge O by A, how we'll write? This would be what? Force acting on O by A. So we can write FOA. What is the direction of this force? Force acting on A by force acting on O by A. So this is the direction of the force. F what? FOA we can write. This I discussed when I taught you Coulomb's law. What is the way of writing? FOA means force acting on point O by A. At point O test charge is placed and point A source charge is placed. Formula. What is the formula? K means what? This is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. What are the charges here? 2 and 1. So what I can write? 2 microcoulomb into what? 1 microcoulomb divided by what is the gap? Square of 5 root 2. Okay. So this would become what? What this would become? Value of this k. Can you tell me the value of this k? 9 into 10 to the power 9. 2 1 are 2. This is 2. And microcoulomb square. 1 microcoulomb means what? 10 to the power minus 6 here, 1 microcoulomb, and here 1 more microcoulomb. So this would become 10 to the power minus 6 whole square. Okay. So now, and what about this? This would become 5 root 2 square of 525. This would become 50. Okay, simply this would become 50. Now, what is the answer? What force is acting here? When you will solve this 5 root 2 was in centimeter, this 5 root 2 you will have to convert into meter first of all. This was in centimeter, so you will have to convert this. This would become 5 under root 2 into 10 to the power minus 2 square. Now this is in meter. Now this all units we have converted. And on solving this calculation you have to do. I have placed all the values. So I am just telling you this answer would be approx 3.6 Newton. And tell me the direction. What is the direction of this force? What is the direction? Can you tell? Along? Along OC. So this is the force. Now next force we calculate. Which one is the next force for us? FOA we have done. Now let's calculate the force that is applied by discharge on this. Means force acting on this by this. Means we are calculating FOC. What is this FOC? FOC is same K. What is the first charge? 2 microcoulomb, 1 microcoulomb. So again this would be 2 microcoulomb into 1 microcoulomb. What is the distance? What is the gap between both? 5 under root 2 is 5 under root 2 centimeter square. So this is almost same. We will put the value of K 9 into 10 to the power 9. And on solving, what answer we will get? We will get 3.6 Newton. And what is the direction? Tell me the direction. Beta, what is the direction of FOC? What is this? FOC. Force acting on O by C. And what's the direction?
Towards OA.
Yes, along OA. Let's come to the force acting on O by B. FOB. What is this FOB? Can you tell? FOB.
Force acting on O due to B.
Force acting on O due to B. So what charges are there? First what would come? K, proportionality constant, then 1 microcoulomb
Minus 5 microcoulomb.
into what? Minus 5. But we are not going to write minus, we will simply write 5 microcoulomb because ultimately we are finding out the magnitude of the force. And if 5 you want to take, you can take, because both the sides we have to maintain the similarity. If you are taking minus here, then in the next expression again we will take minus, then there would be no problem. Let me read the question. Yes, here we are finding out the magnitude only, means everywhere. So if you don't want to write minus, we can remove this minus sign. Now, what's the gap? 5 root 2 centimeter square. What would be the value? Value of this K is 9 into 10 to the power 9.
9 into 10 of
This would become 5
5 into 10 to the power minus 12.
10 to the power minus 6 square. Then, and this would become what? 5 under root 2 into 10 to the power minus 2 square, and this would change into meter square. Now on solving, what answer you would be getting? What answer you will get? FOB. So 9 5 ja 45. This when you will change, this would be 9. Yes, what is the answer?
9 into 10 plus something.
9 into
9 into 9 into
this you would be getting approximately. Wait a minute. 9 point you are getting now. 9, 12, 4. Listen here, minus 4 will go in numerator. This would become plus 4. 9, 4 will become 13. 13 minus 12. Approximately answer would be 5. 5 is 25. Then again 10. 9.0 approx you will be getting. And what is the direction? 9.0 Newton. And what is the direction? Tell me the direction of this force. Along OB. Now, the last that we have to calculate is FOD. And what is FOD again? FOD, this is plus, this is minus, so direction of the force would be attractive, means this is the direction of FOD. And FOD would be what? Again 1 microcoulomb into 5 microcoulomb divided by 5 under root 2 centimeter square. And on solving this, what answer we will be getting? Again we will get, let me check, 9.0 Newton along, what is the direction? What is the direction? Along? Along OD. So, what we have to remember here, one direction, 2, this one is third, and now this one is fourth. Now, we find out the net force acting on this. Here you can clearly see, since, or we can calculate net force F net. Where is the net force acting? F net means net force on this charge. So what would be the FOA plus FOB plus FOC then plus FOD. So on adding, how can we add these all forces? Here what is known to us, FOC, what's the direction of FOA and FOC? OA is acting in this direction, OC are acting in this direction, and these are equal in magnitude. So here we write FOA because the direction of FOA is this and FOC is this, and these are equal in magnitude. So FOA plus FOC is 0, and what about this FOB and FOD? These are equal in magnitude. FOB was 9 and FOD is also 9, and the direction are opposite. So we can say here FOB plus FOD are 0, and when these both are 0, so here we can clearly see OA and FOC would make 0 and FOB and FOD would also be 0. So the net force acting on the test charge that is kept at the center of the square, where center means the place where the diagonals are meeting, there if you place a charge for this arrangement of charges, then the net force acting on the charge would be 0. So this question will complete here.